I'm going live. I'm going live. I'm wearing my brother's O's Humble Hustler shirt. But I'm going live. I'm going live. Yep, sure am. I'm live. I'm live. I'm in my office, but I'm live for today. Let's see who's gonna come up in here. We get ready to go live. Yeah, it's 6:30. So some people should be off work. Let's see. Let me give y'all a chance to get in here if you go. But yeah, I'm going live. Let's see. Hopefully some people come in. If some people don't come in, then I won't go live. But right now I'm going live. Hi, people. Hi. How are you? How are you? Some people just came in. I was waiting on y'all to come in. I was on here for like 20, 30 seconds without y'all in here. How are y'all? How are y'all? How are y'all? Hello. I definitely thankful for all of y'all for coming in. Um, Definitely thankful for y'all coming in. So, y'all know why I'm going live. I'm going live because my phone started blowing up, and I'm like, why is my phone blowing up? And then they started talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. That's why I'm going live. I'm going live because the uckery of the uckeries have happened. Brody C, Bonnie Mitchell, all of y'all. I'm going live because I'm seeing the uckery of the uckery of the uckery that has happened as it relates to the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion that's just filmed in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you know what I'm talking about and you tuned in, you know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm talking about, tell me what I'm talking about in the chat. Tell me in the chat what you think I'm talking about. Because I think it's going to, like, it's some uckery that went live. How you doing, Vernell? Some uckeries that happened. Oh, it's Alice. It's 11:35. So I'm going live today and right now because everybody has been hitting me for the last hour about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that is the only reason why I am going live right now. I'm going live strictly because of that. Jay of Queens, you are very much correct. That is why I am going live because, yeah, I hear it was some uckery stuff that happened on it. And Brit skipped the reunion is what sources are saying. Sources are saying Britt Edy, first-time housewife, skipped the reunion. And then made a post about skipping the reunion. Kenya was not invited, as you said, but Britt skipped. Kenya was not invited, and then Britt made a post about skipping the reunion. This is what I am hearing. Did y'all hear the same thing? This is what I'm hearing, but did y'all hear the same thing? I want to make sure y'all heard the same thing. So let's break this down on what I think is happening. Let's break this down on what I think is happening. And I don't care. They're probably going to take these clips. They're going to roast me. It's going to be all of those kind of things. But here's what I think is happening. She made a post and she talks about how she didn't see the photos originally. And after looking back at things that have happened, she sees the photos and finds out that the photos were not her. What now? The photos were not her. Hold on. Let's recap this. Okay. The infamous photos that Kenya Moore and Bravo parted ways over, we have found out now are not, per Britt Edy, her. She didn't see them then, but since she has now seen the photos, they are not her, is what she is saying. Hold on. Y'all. Okay, let me break this down. This is a few parts for me. This is a few parts. Okay, we're going to break this down like a lesson. The first part of this is Bravo did an investigation. If Bravo did an investigation, did they not see these photos? I mean, I understand they wouldn't want to look at the photos, but if you investigated, then you had to look at what was brought to see how obscene it was or how it depicted somebody or what it was. Like, you had to see that. So, first, did Bravo look at these photos? Second of all, she's saying that these photos were not her. The other part to that, for you to, at points, you said you did not do that kind of content, but you thought the photos were you. So you had to do some kind of content that you thought could have been you in the photos. But now you are finding out that the photos were of someone else and not even you. And you were about to lose your license that you questionably don't have as a broker and as an insurance agent. But we find out later, now, today, that these photos are not even you. I'm going to let this sink in with y'all. I need to figure this out. Y'all be coming and y'all be the judge and the jury and the what's the name and all of this. Hi, Angela. But I need y'all to help me figure this out. If you are just now joining, then what we have heard, the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 reunion has aired today, and they had a seating chart. When they released the seating chart, Britt Edy was not on the seating chart. Now we have found Britt Edy has chose on her own accord not to show up to the reunion, and she has since told us and posted on her Instagram that the photos that you are supposedly that were of her, but she still had never done that kind of content, were actually not of her. She had never seen the photos, but now since she's seen the photos, she realizes they were not of her, and she wants to move on with the rest of her life. Say the what? If that didn't, I got what? Hold on. Okay, so here's my breakdown of this. We're 7 minutes into this live. It's fine. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. What I told you I think happened. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. So, as I told you in my previous post, Kenya Moore was not fired because they liked Britt Edy. Kenya Moore was fired because of a few reasons: a liability issue, a budgetary issue. Kenya Moore was fired because of those reasons. And let me not say fired. Let me not say fired. They chose to not continue her contract for that season because it could have been a liability thing for them. That's what they felt. It was more, we can't be liable for this. That's why Kenya Moore and them did not continue to record for this season. And it became a financial thing. They could get a lot more what they felt out of someone they could pay cheaper amount of money to. I said this prior. Here's what I know now. After seeing her reply, for one, she's taken Real Housewives, I think, out of her bio is what someone sent me. For two, she talked about, and if someone can go find the statement for me right now, that would be amazing if you could find a statement for me, because I think she talks about in the statement, let me see if I can, let me see if I can open it up. All right, here we go. We found the statement. Britt Edy, what did she say in this statement? Let's find this statement real quick for y'all. Hold on. I want to make sure we get it. As everyone is now aware, these are coming from Britt Edy's Instagram page. I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. She is using keywords right here as a setup, just so you know. You better know when you know about a person. I'm going to tell you what this is. The events of this season have devastated me, and while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic sexual photos surrounding season 5 events. The photo was not me. At the episode As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo. Rather, I was made aware of it being presented. And based on what I was told, I assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in the photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. Okay, there's a few things in there. Some of this feels like she is setting it up just in case she would like to do a lawsuit. That's what some of it feels like. That's what some of it feels like. She's setting it up just in case she wants to do it. She talks about accountability. I can't say much now. How devastated she is. All of these things, which feel like it is a setup for somebody to come to you with the bullshit. That's what it felt like. It is a setup for somebody to come to you with the bull. That's what I feel like. That's what I felt like. I'm just letting you know. And I agree with you, PJ, in the comments. Something in Des last episode shook her, but something about the water ain't too clean about this. But Bravo, you're in danger. Not to say it, but to say it sometimes. Something about her feels like she would try it. She would try it, even though she signed a contract, even though she wanted to be on the show, even though she did all that. Something about it feels like she would try it. So I hope their ducks were in a row. I think they did what they needed to do for this season as it relates to Kenya. And yeah, so she did not come to the reunion. A time to make accountability, a time to bring people back in if you can, a time to figure out that that was her moment. And she chose not to come to the reunion. That already said you're not coming back, for one. But we went a whole season and Kenya and Bravo parted ways because of some photos that weren't of her. I am done. I can't make this up. I'm going to sit here and drink my root beer, sip on my root beer tea, play with my beard. So Kenya was not on season 16 because of the allegations that were made about revenge. For one, let's clarify that. Revenge is when you disseminate. Let's get the correct definition, because I always know y'all lawyers are on here, even though y'all not real lawyers, will get you together if it's wrong. Revenge porn is the distribution of, actually, I'm not saying it because of YouTube, explicit images or videos or of individuals without their consent. So the distribution of explicit images or videos without a person's consent. Something that is public knowledge is not really revenge. But again, revenge has to happen with that. So there has accusations of that. They probably went under the harassment, like I said, from the last time. And I'm just going because this is happening real time, y'all. So she was not on this season based off of harassment or the possible revenge, to find out that it was photos of somebody else who wasn't the cast member. And now that cast member decided to not go to the reunion and put a post about it on Instagram after y'all let her deal the whole season. Drinking my root beer. Sipping my root beer. Say what now? I need y'all to talk to me and tell me what sense y'all are making out of this. I mean, there has to be some sense made out of this. I don't know what the sense is, but I'm interested in what you guys are getting from it. What are you getting from it? Why do you think that she did not attend the reunion? That is a question. Does anybody know why they think? I agree with somebody. Maybe something in the last few episodes are crazy, or maybe the way, I don't know. But I just think like, what? What? Y'all, I don't even know what to say. I've never seen anything like this. Because in my mind, part of what it is, you have to address the elephant in the room of the first 5 episodes. So you have to discuss it, but they're going to discuss it without her attending the reunion. So my question is she going to do a one-on-one about this? Because if you want to really produce it, here's the one-on-one that I would want. If you want to make it a 2-part reunion and give the 3rd part for a sit down with her and Kenya, I'm there. Let me produce it. Let me ask the questions. Let me host it. I would be very interested in a part, which it could be a special. They could throw it on Watch What Happens. You know, they do that sometimes. And make it where Kenya and Brit sit down for a one-on-one moment. Now that is the reunion / that's the sit down that I'm paying to see. You're going to have to make sure you compensate Kenya Moore for coming to do this sit down for you. But now if you want to tease us in, you take this with them and Andy and you tease it as part of the 3-part explosive never before reunion. Boom. There you go. 3 parts. Bet you that'll be the highest rated episode of this season. I'm just saying, what y'all think of the idea? That's what I would do. If you want to really make it make sense, I would say to her, this is what I need from you to do. This is what we're going to do. I would sit them down for a one-time moment. That way, here's the thing. If you wanted to bring Brit back, if you wanted to bring Kenya back, the air has been cleared on both of the issues. The air has been cleared on both of the issues. So I would sit them down for you remember at one point they used to do these with Nene. Everybody had it was the thing if you could get a one-on-one with Andy and you sit down and you have this. So I would have a one-on-one, never before 3rd part to the reunion, which would be Britt Edy and Kenya sit down to talk about how Atlanta Housewives was changed forever in season 16 with this one event. That's what I would do. I mean, want me to text Andy and tell him? That's what I would do. I think that is the perfect way to kind of tie it in. So Britt can go about her life. She can say what she wants. Kenya can go about her life. Like any of that. I think that would be perfect if that's what we did. Y'all should go over there on the internet, on Beyonce's internet, on Twitter, and tell them y'all want the 3rd part to be Britt and Kenya sit down and we talk about the confessions that Kenya did. Maybe they need to have a one-on-one confession session with Kenya Moore, Britt Edy. See, because previously I told you I would have had Kenya pop up on them for the last episode of the reunion. That's what I really would have done. I would have brought Kenya and nobody would have knew she was coming. She would have been in a different hotel. She would have been sworn to secrecy. I would have shook them all. She would have walked in there like, doom, doom. It would have been the camera on the floor, the feet. It would have been, oh my God. Nobody would have known she was coming. Period. Boom. next time on the third part of the explosive season 16 reunion. I would have done it that way. But now, I would do this. I think that's the perfect thing. Sit down with those two, and this will clear it all up for us, and we can go into season 17 or however it is about our lives. With this, will clear it up. So go over there to Beyonce's internet. Tell them your thoughts. I just came on here because I felt like I needed to come talk to y'all. If I saw it, I know y'all was going crazy. I know I was like, what is happening? Why did people send me this? So again, thank y'all so much for coming over here onto my page. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry I don't go live enough. I'm in the office still working now, but I sincerely appreciate y'all. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. So again, they're probably gonna take clips from this. They're probably gonna light me up about something. I need a haircut right now. I got gray in my beard. They're gonna light me up about something. Why he on the internet? Why is he up and talking about how why? Don't Candy go get Candy bag and go let her whatever go get her bag and do what you supposed to do. I don't even know what they be talking about. They be sounding weird on the internet, y'all. I be like, what? What are you talking about? They be sounding so crazy. Don't nobody want to listen to you. You just Candy, blah, blah, blah. I ain't even seen Candy in 2-3 weeks. What are we talking about? Why you on the internet? Y'all are gone. You don't need to talk about this. But why these other people get to talk about it? But I can't talk about it. I didn't gave enough blood, sweat, and tears to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I say what I want to say. If I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. And if you come to Unapologetically, you know the platform that pays me. I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, it's always so weird when they go in. I've seen some of these clips where they've taken them on other pages and people be like, no, we don't want to be here. We don't want to hear what you guys say. No, you ain't supposed to say nothing in women business. You in women business. Stay out women business. I'll be like, shut up. You just sound dumb. He always in women business. Why he always in women business? I'll be like, that is so crazy to me. I get you, PJ. It's just so weird to me. So, again, I just had to say that. But I appreciate y'all because y'all are not those people. Thank you, Jasmine. This is my close thing to a review right now, but I am supposed to go over to A1's channel and do something with A1. But I want to say just thank y'all so much for coming over here, listening to me on my little rant for 20 minutes. And I want to hear what y'all got to say. Hit me on Instagram or hit me here and let me know what y'all say. After you find out more details, y'all will find it out before me because I don't be following. Somebody had to text me what is going on. Again, subscribe to Unapologetically, and I'll talk to y'all soon.